Are you looking for advice on how to start a telehealth business? If so, this is the video for you, because in this video, I'll be talking about how to start a telehealth business or telemedicine business, whichever term you prefer to use. And I'm hoping to show you step by step how you can actually take action on this and how you can get your telemedicine business started. So if that sounds interesting to you, definitely stay tuned. Now, if we haven't met before, my name is Tiffany Domena, and I'm the founder of How to Entrepreneur, a business designed to help you start and grow a business from idea to full-time income and from full-time income to enterprise. So if you haven't yet, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you can get notified about upcoming videos. And you can also stop by howtoentrepreneur.com if you have more questions or concerns about starting or growing your business, and check out the Enterprise Builder membership where you can network and get training to start and grow your business. So let's talk about how to start a telemedicine business. Now, at the time of doing this video, there is the big coronavirus pandemic, and I'm sure you know about the coronavirus pandemic. It's a national catastrophe, and during this time, a lot of businesses are being forced to decide how to sell and how to serve clients differently, and the medical field is one of those industries. So I know that at this time there's more nurses, doctors, and other health practitioners that are looking for ways to serve their clients better, but to still pay attention to the social distancing and other things. And the conveniences that we learn about and create during this time of the pandemic are things that I'm sure can stay and can help us to improve the medical industry going forward. So I'm hoping this video really gives you the ammo that you need to automate your processes more and to create a sustainable process for healthcare and improve the quality of care that you give to your clients. So with that said, let's jump right in and talk about how to start a telemedicine or telehealth business. And first, I want to talk to you about what it is, because I don't want to take it for granted that you know what a telehealth business is. And considering that it's a growing phenomenon, it's likely you may not have heard much about what telehealth is or how it works. So let me give you the definition. According to Mayo Clinic, they say telehealth is the use of digital information and communication technologies such as computers and mobile devices to access health service. Telehealth is the use of digital information and communication technologies such as computers and mobile devices to access healthcare services remotely and manage your healthcare. These may be technologies you use from home or that your doctor uses to improve or support healthcare services. And being that technology is growing, the medical industry can grow. Now, a lot of times we stay in those systems and processes that we've had before, but there's growing technology that's helping us to be able to communicate more effectively, that is opening up conveniences for the medical industry and others that weren't there before. And that's kind of what we'll be talking about in this video. Is it's also changed the way you can start and grow a business, specifically a telehealth business. So we'll be talking about that in this video. Now, telehealth includes prescribing medicines virtually, offering virtual patient appointments, maintaining food logs, labs, blood sugar levels, or other medical information on an electronic device for virtual review by a healthcare provider. It includes the use of a patient portal for communication with your healthcare team, and lots more. So you might be asking, is there a demand for telehealth services? Considering that you might normally do healthcare face-to-face or by patient appointment physically, it might be difficult to understand whether there's a demand for people who don't actually want to visit. And the purpose of telehealth is to offer more convenience. So the purpose of telehealth is to offer more convenience. And in a traditional healthcare setting, it's common for patients to have long wait times, to have extended time away from work, to have hassles with employers to comply with health requirements, and lots of other things like that. And telehealth is a solution that makes it easier to comply with health requirements and speak to a healthcare team without the common disadvantages associated with in-person healthcare. So due to the convenience, telehealth services are growing in demand. More and more people are learning how to use them, and especially during this COVID-19 pandemic, technology is now making it easier and more convenient for the healthcare industry and their patients. And now with the pandemic underway, at the time of this video, the demand for telehealth services has skyrocketed. So I like to show you briefly what it looks like as far as Google Trends. Okay, so I've entered a few keywords into Google Trends, and you can see doctor online, doctor on demand, online doctor visit, online counseling, and prescriptions online. And you can see that before it was having spikes and it seemed like it was going upwards anyway, but right here is January 2020, and in April 2020 is when the U.S. was really hit with the lockdowns and the COVID-19 and all of that. And you can see a drastic spike up with how much people were looking for things like doctor online, doctor on demand, online doctor visit, online counseling, prescriptions online. And that's just a few keywords that I could have entered. So you can definitely see that it was a drastic shift up, and maybe it might not stay at this peak, but there's still it's stabilized, and it looks like it probably will continue to go back up, because a lot of people, they'll try something new and then they go back to the old thing, and then they're like, you know, the new way was actually kind of beneficial for this and that situation. So you'll find that some people will find a fit for it. Maybe they don't do 100% telehealth, and maybe they don't do 100% in person, but they might find like a hybrid mix in there. And if you have those opportunities for them to get their health care and still have better communication and more automation, more convenience, then it'll really help in the long run. So what do telehealth businesses do? As a telehealth business, you could provide all services or majority of your services virtually. This means that you could see patients, prescribe medicines, offer education, monitor patients for compliance or ongoing health, order lab work, medication, x-rays, update medical records, coordinate with insurance companies, handle billing, keep stocked with medical supplies, and more. And you can do all of that virtually, or you can have a hybrid mix of your own. That's really up to you. So you can offer the telehealth as a supplement to in-person visits, or you can exclusively offer telehealth services. And a lot of providers are choosing either or a hybrid mix. And it depends on really your lifestyle goals and what you want to do. The traditional way to start a medical practice versus the modern way is something else that we really should talk about, because the growth of technology and the growth of the internet, the amount of people who are using the internet nowadays, whether that be social media or using things like Google and the search engines, has just skyrocketed. More and more people are using these services to find the things that they need. And also, technology and software has developed a lot as well, so we can communicate better. We can use things like Skype or Zoom or all of these other services that weren't here just a few decades back. And as a result of that, it's really changing the way that we can communicate. It's changing the way that we can build our relationships, but it's also changing the way that you can start and grow a business. So let's talk about the difference between how you would start a business the traditional way versus how you could start a business now. And it actually can lower your risk quite a bit. Like the telehealth industry itself, the process of starting a business has changed. And traditionally, you start by paying for your equipment, renting your office space, incorporating, getting your insurance, licenses, copyrights, and trademarks, and ultimately spending large amounts of money to acquire everything you need to deliver your services. And now with the internet, it's possible to start a business with much less overhead. And in fact, many successful businesses are starting. And I don't know how you pronounce this, but it's Starawukab. Basically, it's backwards. It is a misspelling, taking backwards and spelling it backwards. Okay, so a lot of companies are starting backwards, and that's basically what I'm saying here, is that rather than starting by investing in the legal compliance or service design, modern business success stories are starting by building their audience first, building their authority, getting their name out there, getting more people who know about them. And by building this audience, when you have a service that you deliver, it can go out to an audience who is ready to receive and to buy from you. So you'll see this with things like Kickstarters and all these different types of business startup concepts, where they first pitch the idea, they first gather interest, and then they build out the product or the service after they've already established that there is a viable amount of interest. So in order to start a business the modern way, that is exactly what I want to talk to you about and give you step-by-step directions for, is how would you go about that process of starting the modern way. And so the first thing you would do with a telehealth business is to typically acquire the skills and the licenses. Considering that the health industry usually has a lot of educational requirements and legal liability, it's really important that you start with developing the skills, whether that be to go to nursing school, to become a doctor, to become a medical biller, to hone that craft first. And you can do that in lieu of building your audience and building your interest. You can do those things simultaneously so that when you graduate and you start your business, you can really have a leg up. But this is the best place to start. And there's lots of different rules and regulations depending on where you are watching this from, what country you're in, what state you're in. There's different requirements for medical positions, and you may want to look into that before you decide what licenses or what degree plan or what school to go to. But the first thing you want to do is develop those skills and the licenses that you need for that. Number 2, you want to choose a niche. And healthcare is a huge industry, and while it's really nice to think that you can help everyone, it's best to focus on a small demographic and scale out from there. And some examples of telehealth niches are like pediatric psychiatry. You have marriage counseling. When you talk to psychiatrists, some of them will say they don't feel comfortable coming up with dosages for children, and some of them will say, I don't feel comfortable translating dosages for adults, and it's because they've specialized in a specific type of psychiatry. Similarly, when you talk to a counselor and they say, well, I focus on PTSD, I don't focus on marriage. And you'll find different scenarios like that as well. Some people focus on animal-assisted therapy. Some people focus on other types of counseling. And so those are niches. Those are specialties. Some people focus on abuse recovery or naturopathic medicine. Maybe they focus completely on how to use plants to heal the body. And so that's their specialty. And you want to choose a niche like that so people know exactly what scenarios to come to you for versus what scenarios they need to go elsewhere for. And you'll appeal more to a select group of people when you have a niche. When you're a generalist, when you say, well, I know pediatric psychiatry, I know adult psychiatry, I'm a marriage counselor, and I also do naturopathic medicine, it kind of starts to make people think that maybe one of them might not be as strong as you think, and it can actually be off-putting. Whereas someone else who says, I've been focused on specifically naturopathic medicine, healing cancer for the last 75 years, then if you knew someone with cancer, you would specifically think of that person who specializes in that. And that's something to think about, is that focusing and specializing can actually be an asset in those instances. Number 3, after you've chosen a niche, you want to build a website. And in a traditional business, a physical location would serve as your waiting room, your doctor's office. But now with the internet, you can actually build a website and add functionality to the website so that your clients can schedule appointments, they can complete their intake forms, they can pay for appointments, they can even virtually show up for the appointment just on your website. And considering that you are watching a video on how to start a telehealth business, this would definitely be the next step. So after you've chosen your niche and you have your skills, then you would build your website. And building a website is really important to a telehealth business because it's basically like your virtual doctor's office, and it can help clients who don't know you to become patients. So I want to talk more on that for a second. With a website, it can serve as several different parts of your business. You can use it to help with marketing. Maybe you decide to optimize the website for search engines so that when people are searching for keywords, your website populates. You can use it to attract people from social media. So maybe you are posting on social media, and then when people are interested, they can come to your website. You can also use it to actually to convert the sale. So maybe you acquire your customers offline through maybe trade shows or through live education. Maybe you go to schools and you do demonstrations or provide education offline in some way, and then you actually have the customers come to your website to sign up for intake forms or to fill out, to get more information, or to subscribe to your YouTube channel, or some other way that you can provide follow-up. And then you can also use your website to deliver the services. So the website can serve in several different systems that you have to run your business. And it's important to know that those functions are separate and they usually require different tasks. So if you wanted to build the website so that it attracts customers, that will require something different than building the website that converts the customers, and that requires something different than building the website that delivers the services. So that's just something to be mindful of. But you can use the website for all of those functions at some point. It just takes some time to build the lead gen capabilities and the conversion capabilities and the service delivery capabilities. But a website can actually really be helpful with automating all of those things. And so definitely building a website is number 3. Number 4 is attracting an audience. So offline doctors' offices typically attract new patients with their signage, with their location. Maybe they get a storefront on a prime lot where there's lots of traffic coming by. They might go to events and do advertising. They might also do advertising in like the newspaper or on the radio or in TV or even online. And telehealth businesses have to attract clients too. And you can implement a similar marketing plan as a physical doctor's office would, or you can put a higher emphasis on internet marketing and acquire customers through social media, through search engines, through influencer marketing, through video marketing, by running ads, or by podcasting. So those are some things you can do to attract an audience to your telehealth business. And once you start to attract an audience, you can build an email list and offer education, or you can go right into step 5 and sell a product or a service. Now, telehealth businesses make money from selling products and services. So it's very important that you start to generate ideas about what could be a good offer for your target audience. Some common telehealth products and services include one-on-one consultations or doctor's visits, group consultations, health memberships, digital courses, ebooks, printables or health trackers, advertising. So some of them will sell ads on their website, or ad space on their website, or ad space on their videos, or ad space within their podcast, or something of that sort. So they sell advertising. They also may sell sponsorships. So maybe they have a medicine that they often prescribe, or a medical tool that they often use, and the company says, you know, you have a sizable audience or a decent amount of customers that will be a perfect fit for this product. We'll pay you to create a video, or to create a blog post, or to create some type of endorsement for our company. And those can be like sponsorships. You can also do the same thing with, if you have an event or something, you can have sponsors who just want to set up a table, or just be able to market to the same audience that you will be having at your event. And then some telehealth businesses get paid for referring people to others' products or services, or in other words, affiliate marketing. So you can create partnerships with different companies who your audience might be interested in, or who your customers might be interested in. And when you refer them to a product or service that is relevant to them, you could be paid a commission. So I see some arrangements that are like this through, like, let's say, for example, you are a pediatric doctor, and maybe you know a pediatric dentist, and you guys create an arrangement so that when you send clients to them, you get paid a commission, and when they send clients to you, they get paid a commission. You can have something that's mutual like that, or you can have something that is only a benefit for you, where you get paid a commission, but they actually get another customer. So those types of arrangements can work really well and add another revenue stream to your business. So some recommended resources for selling your own products or services are Samcart. Samcart is a premier checkout and e-commerce solution. So if you wanted to sell your one-on-one consultations, or you want to sell a membership, or you want to sell a digital product of some sort, you can set up all of the payment arrangements through Samcart so that you can collect your payment, and it will help you to not only track what sales you have coming through, but you can also watch the lifetime customer value and increase the order value of each customer by having upsells, downsells, cross sells, and a variety of other things like that. And you'd be surprised how much more revenue you can make in your business when you have those features added into your checkout experience. Another recommended resource you may want to take a look at is called Podia, and Podia is a digital course, digital product platform where you can actually create courses and sell your courses. Now, Podia has a really nice experience when it comes to selling online courses, and you can also sell digital products through Podia. So those are two options. if you are considering selling things online. Those are two software options that can help you with doing that, and I'll definitely leave links in the description box. They will likely be affiliate links, so if you decide to click on them and purchase something, I could receive affiliate commissions at no additional cost to you, but I gladly appreciate it. So definitely check out the links in the description box below. Number 6, incorporate and make it official. So once you started getting a few sales and you are having customers rely on you for their healthcare services or different needs, then you're going to start getting more and more legal and financial risk. So it's important to protect yourself by incorporating. It doesn't have to be done as the first step. Some people would do this as the first step, but it's really important that you are really serious and that you start investing in your business after you've committed and put in the work, because sometimes there's quite a few people who will invest money into their business and start to get the education, but then they don't actually put in the footwork to make the sales and to really deliver the service to who it needs to go to. So make sure that you're really serious and you take the dive into incorporation and making it official when you're really ready. So as you're making sales, you can reinvest the income that you make from selling your products and services into things like equipment, into things like paying yourself, growing a team, improving the quality of your service, trademarks, patents, copyrights, getting legal advice, getting accounting advice, and more. And I mention this because a lot of people will spend so much time up front trying to get the funding, but really as you are growing your business, you can evolve your business with your sales. Just reinvesting can get you so far. So don't be discouraged if you're starting with a lower budget for your telehealth business. Definitely keep pushing forward and start selling. And when you are selling, you can reinvest that into improving your business, your quality, and everything else. And number 7, make money. So when you are selling and when you are meeting more customers and making contact with people and following up, then that labor of consistency will help you to make money. And as you continue applying the steps laid out that we've discussed in this video, you'll be able to climb new heights with your income potential, and the telehealth demand doesn't appear to be slowing down. I'm sure it will continue to go up, especially as the coming generations are growing up and they're needing to buy the services and products themselves. A lot of the younger generation are growing up using electronics, and they're much more likely to look for services online than generations like mine or before. So definitely know that just your labor of consistency will yield you to make more and more money, especially as more people are getting educated and comfortable with technology. So if you love nurturing people and you love healthcare, then I'm really hoping this video was helpful for you and that it taught you some things that you may not have known about how to start your telehealth business. If it was helpful, please leave a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this where I do product and service reviews as well as growth hacks so that you can start and grow a business from idea to full-time income and from full-time income to enterprise, then definitely subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon so you can be notified of upcoming videos. And if you haven't yet checked out howtoentrepreneur.com, definitely stop by and check out the Enterprise Builder membership. It's a place where you can network and where you can get to know other entrepreneurs who are also enterprise builders who have dreams just like you do, and you can help to knock down the obstacles that you have that are preventing you from growing to the next level. Just meeting up in a group of like-minded people can really help, and just having someone that you can reach out to and send a message to when you have a question can really be helpful. So definitely stop by and check out the Enterprise Builder membership, and I'd love to see you on some of our upcoming live calls. So that's all I have for this video, and I really hope to see you in the next one, or to see you on a live event soon in the Enterprise Builder membership. Have a great day. Bye.